Has this ever happened to you?
So Tom, we're gonna have a party later. Do you know if we're gonna have enough drinks in the fridge?
Pretty sure I picked up drinks last week, unless the interns stole them all.
And they're always stealing things out of the fridge. Will you have a chance to check, make sure we'll have enough?
Nah, man, I gotta hit the road. We'll be okay, though.
Later that day.
Time for the party. Let's see what we've got. Oh, no!
There's got to be a better way!
Well, now there is. Introducing the MyFridge.
With the MyFridge, I can enter in my personal access code.
Access granted.
But if someone's not supposed to get in the fridge can keep them out.
Access denied.
That's locked.
You know, we ran out of drinks last time. We're having another party. Are we gonna have enough drinks this time?
These parties are getting ridiculous. You know what? Let me check.
You can send a text message to the MyFridge to receive its stock at any time.
Oh no, we do need to go by the store.
But how does it work?
It works by using the National Instruments MyRio.
The keypad mechanism has 7 digital lines that correspond to the grid coordinates of the button. When you enter in a number, the Rio reads it in through the digital lines to determine what number has been pressed.
Access granted.
When the Rio plays sound, it's playing just a simple WAV file that's been converted into a binary TDMS file that can be stored in the MyRio. When the file is played, it's read in from the real-time and sent through a DMA FIFO to the FPGA, which is then able to output it point by point onto our audio jack that's built into the MyRio. This is great for any application using sound.
Another feature of the MyFridge is its ability to lock itself, which really combines our sensor, our push switch here, with a solenoid. And so the push sensor pushes up against a stopper that we've put on the door so that we can know if the fridge is shut. And the solenoid itself extends a piston through a metal bracket that we've placed on the door. So when the piston is extended or the solenoid is off, the piston will slide through the bracket, locking the door. When the solenoid turns on to let a user in, it pulls the piston back, allowing the door to open.
Another feature of the MyFridge is the RFID reader. This uses radio frequency identification cards to keep track of the inventory of the fridge. The reader itself takes care of most of the processing and sends back a signal to MyRio using standard serial protocol. The cards themselves are fairly simple, but each one of them has a unique alphanumeric code associated with it. All we have to do is scan the card, and it automatically subtracts one from our inventory.
Since the MyRio on the fridge is running as an embedded target programmed in LabVIEW Real-Time and LabVIEW FPGA, we need a way for users to go ahead and actually update it. So what we have is a user interface, also programmed in LabVIEW. This is meant to run on a remote computer that can interact with the MyRio while it's running headlessly on the fridge.
So we've talked about being able to text the MyFridge, but how does that work? Well, when I send a text message from my phone to a number of my choosing, I set that up with a Google Voice account. When the text messages reach Google Voice, it then sends an email to the Gmail account that's linked to that Google Voice account. And we're then forwarding that on to a custom Java server that we've set up and have running on the Google App Engine. From the MyRio, we then pull that Java server and ask it if we've received any text messages. LabVIEW then parses that message, decides what action to take, and then sends an email back to Google to respond to that text message, and Google Voice then forwards that back to my cell phone. So now that we've gone over all the features of the MyFridge, let's recap and talk about all the sensors that are in use. So remember, with the locking mechanism, we're using a push sensor and a solenoid to actuate that piston and lock the door. With the cooling mechanism, we're using a relay in combination with a thermistor to read the temperature and tell the fridge and its compressor when to turn on and cool things down.
The keypad uses the digital I/O lines in the MyRio to tell it what number has been pressed. The LEDs also use those digital I/O lines with an amplifier circuit. The RFID scanner sends serial information straight to the MyRio, telling it what numbers have been scanned. The speakers feed directly from the audio jack, getting audio straight from the MyRio. With MyRio and the LabVIEW platform, we're able to make an embedded headless application that's pretty chill.